Do you have a throw-up bucket?
I don't know why you're out of breath because you're the one been taking the time to get your workouts in lately, and I've been with kids and haven't, but I'm not panting. Interesting.
I've been doing plenty of things with the kids. Where you been? We haven't done a podcast since 1948. Where you been?
Well, I was filming 14-hour days. That was hard.
Yeah.
Raising the kids.
Yeah. What was I doing?
I think you were catching up on documentaries on your laptop at 7:30 p.m. when you get tired.
Do you write all of your own material? Or do you have ghostwriters that come on in and spring these little gems on you?
Do you want me to
tap me down?
Yeah, because you're really winded.
I went for it.
Here, let's take the...
Wait, that's where my chocolate. You just put chocolate on me.
Is it gonna mess up your hair?
Is it? How's it look?
It's okay.
You sure?
It's a little wiry. You need a trim. It's okay though. You look good.
Dark chocolate. We're filming now.
Yeah. So our first filmed podcast.
We decided to film this because it had been a long time, and we were looking at doing Kicking and Screaming as a TV show. We were thinking about it. We thought, well,
We're just flirting with the idea.
Mm-hmm. You know what we're doing? We're taking the idea of Kicking and Screaming as a TV show, and we're taking it behind the bleachers, and we're like talking to it. We're like talking to it about.
Bending it over.
Well, that's more than flirting with the idea. That's
sorry. That's my version of
that's
flirting.
giving.
I flirt. How do you flirt?
I was going to say like we smoke a cigarette and sort of talk about things, but you basically just bent our TV show over over the bleachers and just basically gave it a baby.
That's our marriage.
You're like TV show.
Speaking of babies.
Would you ever have another baby?
No.
Never? Here's the thing. I would have another baby if I could give the baby making part of it. Well, because I want the sex part of it, but the part where the wife becomes insane and a bitch, that part, like that other part.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm become a cliche of myself. I'm sick of being such an overwhelmed human being towards my children.
Well, it's that you were.
And you always seem to know how to do it just so much better.
You were crazy. I mean, you went crazy.
When?
When you're
time?
specifically?
This morning?
No, specific. Well, and last night. Specifically when you
got laid twice this week, so.
You, by the way, you have a number 2 on getting laid twice this week, whether it's 2 or not. You put it in your head.
It happened twice. In the bathroom while Story was sleeping on our bed. And then in the bed when you got home.
What's your week to week? Like, where does your week end? Like when you say twice a week.
Within a 7-day period. It's commonly known as
a
week.
Okay, got it. So that's how you run the week. Okay, no, now I understand.
Well, when your head is up your ass, I understand. It's really hard to keep time.
Amazing. The thing is that when you were pregnant.
Yes.
The
first time or second time?
The whole thing is like a weird sort of metallic pain in my universe. You know what doesn't make any sense is that you had a very extreme sense of pregnancy memory, like you couldn't remember anything, like forgetfulness that happened when you first got pregnant with Story and then happened again later, but it never came back. Your memory never came back.
That's the problem?
Well, I'm wondering,
I don't remember all of the shitty things you did. You should think that's wonderful.
That's not your answer. That's your ghostwriter answer. Your real answer, I want to know what happened in your memory. Like we say now, like there's little things where you can't remember where you put your phone every 12 minutes. That never used to happen to you.
Okay, when you're running around with the kids, here's my phone. You're running around. Yeah, what? Oh, you want something from outside? Oh, you're going to climb up on the treehouse? Running inside. Oh, you're wet. Wait, don't. Oh, my phone. Oh, what? Now we're in the tub. Oh, now we're on the roof. Oh. That's where my phone goes. I can't keep track of it all because wouldn't you rather me have more attention on the safety of our children than remembering where this stupid fucking thing is?
At this point, no. I'd rather you find your phone.
Yeah, that's good.
Because it makes me crazy
very logical.
When we can't find the phone all the time. So that made me worried that it never came back. And then I thought, well, if you get pregnant again, like what's going to go? Like I'm worried about basic motor skills. So like the memory went away so bad, and a couple other things.
It really did. I'll be like in press lines, and they're like, "So what was your favorite film this year?" I'm like, I'm wearing a great Chanel lipstick. I don't know.
Yeah, so I worry about like if we had another kid, where what would
You're
happen?
like, where did I leave the kid?
I could see you walking out, just
forget.
press
The
naked.
kid.
Clothes. Bird.
I think it's just a symptom of being overwhelmed.
I don't think so. And I think that I'm one to talk.
You wouldn't know.
I think that I think that I'm an expert on the subject. So how could we have another baby without dealing with that part?
Adoption.
But I like
Then
our.
I don't have to go through the whole hormonal.
Yeah, but I
roller
like our
coaster.
business. I like our business being involved. Like I do want to adopt at some point, but I'd like a girl that was our business.
Oh God.
Could we do it?
Oh God.
You think no?
Oh my God.
What about if we wait until the oldest is able to babysit?
I won't have eggs that function by that point.
But we can do things with them now, right? Technology's worked this out, right? We can freeze them.
Well, you just think they like stick a rubber glove hand up, grab the eggs, and pull them out.
I didn't read the book. I don't know. How do they do it?
It's hormones. Like you have to take all kinds of hormones. You go crazy. I don't think you want me doing that.
Wait.
Why don't we just adopt a Korean? Korean. Korean.
Where's the rewind button on this podcast? Where's the politically correct pause button? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna dub in amazing. So you'll say the word Korean, but the word amazing will be done. But we'll have someone else do the dubbing, so it'll be a bad voiceover of why don't we just get a and you'll say Korean, but it'll just come out amazing.
Can I have your towel? I'm sweating with
Sure.
laughter.
Here. Let me put some chocolate on you. So Jenna was telling us about why we should adopt Korean babies.
Since that seems to be the dominating gene in our children, is
Cro-
my side.
The Croatian side?
Uh-huh.
Because both of my kids are good looking and they look like you. You bred the ugly right out, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
You figured that out.
It's another ability I have.
Bred the ugly right out of my kids are way too good looking for them to be mine. So, Korean adoption.
Your kids are too ugly to be yours? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
they're too ugly? Your
Yeah.
kids are too ugly to be yours.
No,
That's
no.
what you said.
No, I didn't say that. Did I say that? No, my kids. I'm too. Oh shit! Wait a minute.
I think you said my kids are too ugly to
Okay, wait a minute. Wait, where's the rewind button? Okay, I'm too ugly for those beautiful kids to be mine. Did I say my kids are too ugly
I don't
to
know.
be?
You may have said it right and I heard it wrong. Give me chocolate. Okay. So when I was pregnant the first time, I don't feel like I had a bad memory. I feel like I got it.
The best part would be like I don't remember any of it.
I feel like I lost my memory on the second kid because I was filming. I was trying to raise a 2-year-old.
You lost your mind on the second kid. But the first one had the boob sings. The boobs got
Okay.
stuff happened.
First, let's just say I was 2 weeks late.
Yeah.
Middle of summer.
Yeah.
I'd gained 80 pounds.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I didn't notice.
fucking whale.
I didn't notice that you were huge.
My vagina was still available to you, so shut the fuck up.
Oh, there was? Yeah. You went through the pregnant horny stage. That was amazing.
We've talked about that already.
Yeah.
Then they have to, he doesn't come, like there's no nothing, so they're like, well, just cut you open and take him out. So they cut me open, take him out, and then I'm like trying to breastfeed him and trying to learn how to do that while healing something that hurts so bad it's insane. And I'm so tired because he wants to feed every 5 seconds. I haven't slept in days. I come home and I'm like, I walked in the door and I remember just going like, now what do you do? Like, what do you just put him on the couch?
I know, it's
and
really
look at
weird.
him?
Like, you're like
I didn't know what to do with the baby. Like, I didn't know what to do.
I think that's where parents are supposed, and ours weren't, yours are out of town and mine were not around. So pause, politically correct pause button. And so we didn't have parents that were there for it.
That tell you what to do with your
Yeah,
kid
because I
when you
think
walk
you're
in the
supposed
front
to come
door.
home and then like your
And
mom
then the village takes the baby
Yeah.
while the mom sleeps.
recuperates.
Oh,
And
that's what was supposed to happen. I
And
was
the dad
supposed
goes
to
in, like,
sleep.
celebrates and drinks, like, a strong brew in a hut with all the other guys and tells stories and hunts. And then, but that didn't happen.
That really didn't happen.
Well, first of all, I couldn't walk.
Oh, right! So a week before I'm due, he breaks his fucking ankle and has to get surgery and is in, like, a fucking wheelie thing. Can't carry his kid.
You know those
He's in the operating room, rolling over in the operating room to the little bassinet.
You have to get the idea of what this is. It's not a wheelchair. It's like a rolling. It's a rolling
thing for
cart
your shin.
to put your knee. No, you put your knee in it, and then you It's like, you know when you see those dogs with 3 legs, but one of them's a roller?
That was
it's
you.
like that.
That was you.
So it's like I had a rolling cart that one leg could move around
And I
on.
couldn't drive myself. I was so big, I couldn't even drive myself. And then he was like rolling around the house, and I'm like walking around like a beached whale.
In the operating room, I was so out of my mind happy that I totally forgot. And I managed to do everything in that operating room with one leg. Like I went over to the doctor, helped clean him up, got him in my arms, gave him I did everything with one leg. Hopping.
Well, you didn't like hold him with one hand and wheel across.
No,
you couldn't carry him.
No, I hopped. I was hopping all with
you're
one.
Hopping.
All with one, holding the baby with one. Like I was so
Right.
excited, like I went out of my body and was doing superhuman things. But then once I
Hopping
got
on one leg is superhuman. It's a good analogy. That's what superhuman is to you. We need to like have a little talk there.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's not
Carry
fair.
on.
Well, I was going to say that when I got home, that
All your superhuman skills. If that was called superhuman,
superhuman-
whatever that was,
my superhuman
was gone.
skills left because then I just laid in bed. Because I
did fucking nothing while my nipples were falling off.
What's the deal? What happened with those nipples?
I couldn't get him to latch on right, and the lactation consultants were like telling me things, and I was doing it, but I was so tired. And
Moms
he wasn't
have been doing
it.
this for a
Yeah, but they
trillion
have
babies.
a village, and
A trillion babies have done this, maybe more.
No, this is why I'm on the board of Best for Babes, to help women breastfeed, because it's not always easy.
Yeah,
It's
that
not
was
an
insane.
intuitive thing.
I remember seeing your nipples like look like they were just barely there, and like just by a dangle
They
of
were
skin.
dangling.
There was like
Great, isn't
very
it?
little left.
Sexy.
I remember you crying, a lot of tears.
No,
A lot
I
of
was
crying.
so because I couldn't get him to latch on right, then he wasn't getting enough milk.
Right.
And I'm a milk maker. I made
Yeah.
plenty of milk that he wasn't getting, so then my boobs were like this big, plus
Yeah.
I had gained 80 pounds, so they were this big and rock hard, and I couldn't even touch them. It hurt so bad.
Ugh.
And then I had my little personal village of my girlfriends over, and then I had to stand in the shower with my arms up, crying like this, while my girlfriends had olive oil and were like rubbing my boob. I'd stand under the hot water, and then I'd walk to the edge of the shower, and then my girls were there with the olive oil, like rubbing my boobs to try and get the milk flowing while I just stood there crying.
And then I think someone brought him
And then
over
I'd
to
go
me.
and pump.
And then I think someone brought him over to me in the bed, because that's where I was.
I have a picture of you with the remote.
Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up.
And then I'm like I'm trying to feed him in the middle of the night. I'm so tired. My hair, I haven't bathed. I hadn't bathed in like 9 days. My hair was like
It was pretty raunchy.
this and greasy and all matted up like a homeless person. And my boobs were killing me. My nipples were hanging off. And then he's like crying and not eating, and Bodhi in the middle of that's going, so what do you think is happening? What do you think is wrong? What do you think's wrong?
I'm a problem solver.
Yeah, so
I'm
if I knew it was wrong, I would have solved it by now, motherfucker.
Well,
God.
my viewpoint, you have to look at my viewpoint. My viewpoint is that I feel like this had been done before. Like, I don't have a lot of math or statistics or analytics to back it up, but I feel like people had babies before, and I want to know, what did they do? Like, what was
But don't ask me in the moment of it. If I had an answer, I would have solved it.
what's going on here, and why isn't this happening correctly? Like, I wanted to know.
I know, but you ask me every time, like 4 times a day, while I'm sobbing, trying not to scream and
I'm
pain
a
in
problem
my
solver.
baby's face.
I'm a problem solver. I like to figure things out.
No, you're very good at that.
Yeah.
Just not in my face while I'm in the problem, asking me what the problem is.
I think the next one was a lot easier when we had our second one, but I recall just
Well, because I had read a book to figure out how to do it right for the next time.
the latching to get the mouth.
latch thing.
The latching, the hinge, to get it to hinge
But
correctly.
how great, how with our first kid, we used that milk to help a kid who was born drug addicted and was going through horrible methamphetamine withdrawal.
Yeah.
And we used my milk because he was not surviving well and couldn't take any formula. And I had so much extra milk that we started giving him. It was a friend of ours, a family member. They didn't know was on drugs and had a methamphetamine addicted baby, and gave him our milk, my milk, and he totally recovered and is now a flourishing child that they have officially adopted. So that was a success story.
You totally saved his life.
Despite my pain.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Breast Milk for Children. Here on Kicking and Screaming, we are sponsored by actual mother's breast milk. No particular mother, but just across the nation, mothers send us money to represent their breast milk.
That'd be great.
That would be great.
We should raise money for human milk for hospitals.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
That's needed. But that's a separate thing that's not as funny as our podcast. So
We were talking about Koreans. Now, where were we? Korean babies. You wanted to adopt a Korean.
I was Croatian, but it came out Korean.
It's okay. It'll just come out.
weird.
It'll just get dubbed in. The word amazing will just be heard. And we'll get a professional voiceover artist to do it.
Though a Korean kid would be awesome.
Yeah.
I love Koreans. Like whenever we go to the Korean spa, I love
Yeah.
watching those families.
They're family orientated. They have like a good family unit.
They're rad. I love Korean culture.
Um,
I sit in the sauna and I just watch the soap operas.
I love Koreans. And
I
I love
love
Italians. I love Canadians. I love Japanese. I love Africans. I love. I have a bit of a problem with French Canadians, which I've communicated before, because I feel like it's taking two really interesting cultures, but breeds them incorrectly, so they become like a dysfunctional dog with bad hips. The French Canadians have a way of making everything overdone. Like, I'm going to tell you that when this morning I got up, again, the sun was right there. I'm telling you, the sun was like in the sky.
It's true.
Yeah, like everything is like, wow, that's absolutely fucking amazing.
There's worse things. There's worse people on earth.
Totally. And the French themselves are aesthetic. And
You don't like French people.
No, I don't like Parisians.
Oh,
Not
Parisians.
true. I love French people.
Oh, okay.
Parisians are out of their fucking mind.
Oh, okay.
They're out of their fucking mind. And then Canadians, I love. Although I had an incident where this was one of the great stupidest things I've ever said, and I've said so many stupid things. I was sitting down with a well-known comedian.
A well-known?
A well-known Canadian comedian.
Mm-hmm. Canadian comedian.
And we were talking about Canada versus America, or this and that, and I said, like what good comedians come out of Canada? Now, I want to communicate that...
That's a dangerous, dumb question.
No. That knowledgeable in the subject now shows that actually almost
All of
every
them.
phenomenal comedian that's ever existed in the last 50 years, 75% of them are Canadian. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to know something else? Do you know how stupidity
You know what-
is contagious?
Yeah, tell me
And
more.
because you're a lot smarter than me in a lot of areas, so I just say whatever you say, like a 7-year-old kid imitates their parents. I don't do this anymore because I've learned my lesson.
What was the part about smarter? Go ahead.
In a lot of areas, you are not smarter than me.
What areas am I not smarter than you?
In a lot of areas, you really are. But in a lot of them, I trump you so hard.
Can't even think of one area that I'm not smarter than you in. Go ahead. I'm teasing.
I don't think you are. But
No,
sorry.
I think you're smarter in every category. I'm
So
actually
I
teasing. Go
once
ahead.
said that to someone.
Oh, the Canadian thing that
Yeah, I
you
was
would
like,
repeat.
what kind of funny Canadian people coming to Canada? Because I was just saying whatever Bodhi says, because
my
he's
God.
smarter than me, so I'll just say what he says.
I
I got looked at like I was
I know.
a moron.
I know. I don't know. I think I know.
That's what happens when you don't think for yourself.
No, I know why I said what I said in retrospect. Here's what it was.
Okay.
I grew up really enamored by African American comedians like Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy, and these were the guys, Red Fox, like these were the guys that I listened to the most. And so I had like an immersion of sort of African American culture that my mind went to on comedy. So when I said like, what good comedians come from Canada, forgetting an entire other culture from Steve Martin and John Candy, like the list just goes on and on and on. Jim Carrey. I mean, it's incredible how wrong I was, but at the time in my mind I felt right. But the actor put me in my place pretty bad, and to this day I still think he thinks I'm an idiot. And I'm not an
great
idiot.
feeling.
I'm not an idiot, but in
When
that
someone-
moment I was an idiot.
Yeah, I've been an idiot probably more than I've not been an idiot.
I'm sure I've been an idiot far more than I've not been an idiot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But it's okay. At least we know we're idiots.
Don't you hate it when you meet someone well known and they make you feel like crap? Like I hate that. There's like most people are very gracious, but occasionally you'll meet someone and they make you feel crappy. Like I hate that sensation of that I don't
Yeah.
have time for you viewpoint, or that kind of crappy like who are you again, or why are you here?
I really hate that.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you're a known person, you have kind of, though I've met many a known person who does not share this point of view with me, that you have a little bit of a social obligation to set a good example. As a known person, you can't just, because you're known or you're accomplished, doesn't give you like just some
Right.
Bill of Rights to like just act as you please.
It should get you a Bill of Rights to flirt with girls, but not to act like a jerk. Like the more well known I get, the more I want to be able to flirt with girls. But I don't want to be mean. I just want to. I want to have an instant like, oh yeah, you're sexy. Like that girls immediately think I'm sexy. Like I want that.
Okay, you let me know how that goes for you. But it is disappointing when you meet someone who is so self-important and can't see the culture through the trees.
Right.
But it's always nice when you meet a really down-to-earth, open. Robin Williams, I met him once. I didn't have the opportunity to get to work with him, but I remember I was carrying my firstborn child was 9 weeks old, and I was in Connecticut doing a movie.
Yeah.
And I had him with me, and I had a friend who was in Connecticut doing a whole different movie with Robin Williams, who I went to visit.
Yeah.
And I had just gotten my baby out of the car, and he was sleeping. And I walked to the side stage door, and Robin Williams was happening to walk in at the same time. And I was just telling Story this yesterday. Because he saw a picture of Robin Williams on the cover of a magazine. And so he started asking questions. So I had to explain to him Robin's life and fate. Yeah. And he was asking me questions about that. And that was interesting. Yeah. As a parent, having to explain things like that. But I kind of just veered the story to how funny and awesome he was. And he was saying, a sleeping baby, what do they dream about? And so he started doing this whole bit about like, like where's the nipple? Burp, fart, gas. And then like laughing, and then just back to the titty. And it was this whole like bit about baby's point of reference is so limited. What are they dreaming about? That's amazing. And he did a whole bit right outside that I was laughing so hard. And it was this moment in time that was so specific and playful and wonderful and generous with his talent. Yeah. And Story was like digging that, it was interesting. Yeah, I'm glad that you got to tell him that. It was fun. Moment of silence for Robin Williams. So when But he would prefer laughter, so we're going to get back to laughter. Okay. When do we adopt our Korean baby? Oh, the Korean baby? What would be the period of time where you'd feel like it's okay to start all over raising a whole nother child after I get through those initial sleep barriers that I just found my way out of? Can you get like a 10-year-old? Yeah, that's just like a whole other set of circumstances of they have their whole life they've lived, and now you're bringing them to another life. Yeah, you want to the whole thing, which is needed, and there are kids who need that, and we probably are people. Oh God, when you do the politically correct thing, it just gets me. Sorry, I thought it was the kind human being thing, not the politically correct. A little bit kind of like politically correct thing, a little bit. That's in lieu of me punching you in the face. Okay, great. Pause for politically incorrect. Hit your husband button. It's already been done. That's old news. Have we done that podcast? Did we do a podcast where about you beating me up? Yeah, I think we did. Where I was in my Spanx and nothing else? Wailing on you? Beat the shit out of me? I think we did. With my boobs flying free and my Spanx up to here. I feel like we did. And mascara running down my cheek. I think it's in the first one, isn't it? I can't remember. The very first one where you beat me up. It's hard to remember all the things. Every time I beat you up? It's hard to remember every time you've beaten me up. But that one was, that's special for me. It's special for me because it's the first time. So it's special for me. Okay, yeah. Like it's precious. It's precious because I remember it was the first time you ever beat me up. Right. And so I remember that one. Yeah. I remember that one. It was just in the room right over there. Mm-hmm. And I remember like your face, and I remember the fist coming down. I remember like covering and going, not my moneymaker. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Were we saving that, or did we do that? I feel like we talked about it. Okay. I feel like we talked about it. So what about the second time? The second time wasn't okay because I was driving at like 3 miles an hour. Well, yeah, I had to slow down because you. First of all, for those that don't know, I used all my limbs. For those that don't know, I got my foot up. My wife here. Stand up. Just go stand up there for a second. Now I have the visual medium. My wife has extraordinary legs. Extraordinary, like those legs. Do a little kick. Show the audience those legs. What those legs can do. Yeah. So. She's got strong dancer legs, super strong dancer legs. And we got in, a thing happened where, no, that's not what I was going to say. We got into it. And I don't think it was because I was a dick. I really don't think, that's not that I'm not a dick all the time, but I think that it was something else. And she wedged herself up against the side of the car and continued to kick the shit out of me while I'm driving to where, like, I'm becoming pulp to the side of the car. And I finally was like, I think I grabbed her hand, and I was like, please, no more. No mas. No, I was horrible. I was like, no mas.
No mas. I give up. This was all based off of a combination of me being a dick and her being hormonal. And the combination, I've realized now, like a combination of husband...
Dick and hormones is bad.
Dick and hormones, bad. Like husband being a dick, wife being hormonal, bad. Dick and hormone, bad.
Dick and hormone, bad.
Dick and hormone, bad. So bad.
So, well, that'll be the title of this podcast.
Dick and hormones?
Dick plus hormones equals bad. Yeah. So now I'm propped up with my hormones. And
I'm not a dick anymore. I just decided to... Oh, come on. What do I do now that's dicky? Get out of jail free card right now. Go ahead. Like lately, what's the most mad or most dicky thing that you've seen me do that just got you?
Last night, while I was making...
Well, I was hoping for a month ago.
I was making our kids' dinner, the rice cakes with butter.
Yeah. Well done on that. On that. Our kid has appendicitis this morning from you feeding them rice cakes for dinner and then acting all guilty and justifying it and in front of me about it. But anyway, go ahead. So you had fed our kids rice cakes for dinner with butter, 5 of them in a row, and then proceeded to brag about what a pleasurable experience this was for you when you were a kid. You know, when I would stay at my sister's house, I'd have rice cakes and butter, and it made me feel really good. And me going, okay, just shut up, Bodhi. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Just shut up. Just shut up. And so you're like, yeah, I really have great memories of when I'd go to my sister's house and I wouldn't be forced to eat a dinner. So that's why tonight I'm just giving my kids rice cakes and butter for dinner. And I'm like, shut up, don't say anything, Bodhi. So
but I was perceiving the shut up, don't say anything, Bodhi. And so then I looked at you and you're like, why do you always look at me weird?
No, so
when
then
you say that, you just look at
so
me
then
and say
later,
something and you look at me. And I'm like, it's rice cakes and butter. We're talking about rice cakes and butter, and you're like, oh, look at you crooked.
Cut to
look at you crooked.
Cut to this morning.
It's a thing I do. I look at you
my
crooked.
Wife on the phone with the doctor because my kid is having appendicitis type pains, and they're wondering what's his diet been like? And Jenna's eyes on the phone.
She goes, well, let's see. So she's ruling out
Jenna's eyes on the phone. It's like, well, what did they eat last night? And Jenna's like, and she's trying to sound all casual about it, rice cakes and butter, but that's all they had.
It's like writhing in pain this
You
morning.
tried to breeze past it. What did they have? What did you have for dinner last night? Rice cakes and butter. You're trying to and next question. I don't want to stick on that one too long. And she glances over at me, and I'm like, I'm fucking not saying anything here.
I'm a great mom.
You killed her.
And then this morning I was just yelling at them.
Yeah, you had to get a timeout.
I did. I got a mom timeout.
To go upstairs and get a timeout.
I did.
And then she came back down and she was like, I got it now. Okay, that's very reassuring. Because I was like, okay, mom has lost it, hormonal and lost it.
Dick and hormones.
And so I'm on the job, so I'm getting them dressed to get them out of the house. I was just gonna let you have some space.
Yeah, but on a total bypass of me. I walk into the bedroom and you're like, I got this.
I did.
I got this. I was like, no, I just want to
I was
help.
a dick. I was like, I got this. No, you clearly got your timeout. I got it. So I tried to banish you away.
Yeah, you banished
and then
but I wasn't going to be banished.
You weren't. You were like, no, I got this. And I was like, oh, I'm very reassured. Shall I prepare the rice cakes for you so we can get some breakfast?
They're still on the counter.
Dinner on the counter?
Yeah, but then you give them sugar. You're like, well, look, as a kid, I did whatever. It's whatever serving the argument at the time.
My whole thing is I give them a little bit of sugar after they eat. Oh, wait a minute. What did they have before your rice cake and butter dinner? I just realized what you had fed them before the rice cakes and butter.
What?
Ice cream cones. They got ice cream cones. They talked you into giving them ice cream cones for their pre-dinner snack, thinking we'd get a very good dinner in them, and dinner was rice cakes and butter. Cut to, our sons have appendicitis.
There is no ice cream in the cone.
That's
true.
And
the cones are gluten-free.
Oh my God. We are killing it. We are killing it.
He ate chicken a few days ago.